Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Cheating death. That's exactly what three kids in Pontiac did when they narrowly escaped a truck smashing straight into their living room.
All we felt was all the stuff falling on us, and then he pulled him out, and then we just jumped out the window.
Because we had fell, because we was getting our shoes, and me and my brother had fell.
And that crash happened just after midnight Saturday on Firelight near Cherry Hill Drive. Thankfully, no one was killed.
However, those three children had to break a window and climb through it just to get to safety. As for the driver, she was seen running from the scene following the crash. Jacqueline Francis spoke to the family and neighbors as the investigation into what happened continues.
Behind these boards is the living room where the kids were hanging out. Evidence of the crash is everywhere, from the boarded up walls to the tire tracks showing where the truck went off the road and into the home.
I heard a big boom noise, and I seen lights on the wall.
This was the scene. 11-year-old Dynell Bennett and his two siblings were inside their Pontiac home early Saturday when a truck came crashing through their living room.
I had my headphones on when it happened, so all we felt was all the stuff falling on us, and then he pulled him out, and then we just jumped out the window.
Out the window they went, getting a few scrapes from the falling debris. Meanwhile, police and neighbors tell us the driver, a 36-year-old Pontiac woman, tried to get away.
Next thing I know, she's trying to reverse out of the apartment. Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Neighbors jumped into action and tackled the driver.
He held her till the police came. The police came and got her.
The family has been relocated to a unit across the way.
Nobody want to go back there, no.
The kid's stepdad saying they're still processing what happened.
Shock, you know what I'm saying? Like, just worry about the kids and worry about everything, like, you know what I'm saying, our stuff.
Now we go to an update on a story we first shared with you last night. City leaders in Royal Oak have passed a controversial master plan that includes some changes to residential areas. So the vote happened after midnight at a city commission meeting, and a lot of people in that public spoke out against the plan. They're not happy with the term neighborhood residential in the new zoning guidelines. Residents are concerned that this could mean new multi-story housing, like apartments and townhomes, could be built near single-family homes. But one commissioner says that's not the case.
What this master plan looks at is that our single-family neighborhoods stay just that. Our neighborhoods are what make Royal Oak great. So the master plan actually calls out preserving our neighborhoods as they exist today.
You're going to destroy the fabric, the community aspect of a neighborhood for the sake of getting more density, when the density should go onto the major roads and away.
The city also says it will likely be a year before any specific ordinance is finalized, and that will come after months of public comment and input.
Last night, we told you that the EPA lifted an emergency order on Flint related to the water crisis. The agency says drinking water is safe and has been testing below lead action levels for several years now. However, residents' trust remains severely damaged. What's the biggest issue? Not a single person has been held accountable for their role in this crisis.
No one has been held accountable for what has happened in Flint. And so it makes it difficult to trust when we know the people that did these things to us have gotten away with everything they've gotten away with. No one has gotten any money yet.
That was former Mayor Karen Weaver alluding to that. The huge Flint water settlement, which is supposed to provide money to affected families, has been stuck in limbo for years. The official website just says payment notices will be sent out in, quote, the near future.
Nursing home workers at several Metro Detroit facilities are expected to return to work tomorrow after holding a one-day strike today. More than 300 workers protested outside 5 Sienna healthcare locations. The unionized workers are calling for higher wages and improved resources. They say current conditions are unfair, with inadequate staffing and low pay. They also say residents are suffering because of all of this.
They refuse to give the residents the proper care that they need by us being short-staffed. 16 patients on day shift. You cannot possibly get the work done that they need.
Sienna Health CEO called the strike, quote, unnecessary and claims it is diverting attention away from bargaining. Sienna Health has offered numerous contract enhancements, including wage increases for each year of the contract and for years of seniority.
A Lapeer County man charged in the 1989 rape and murder of a Washtenaw County woman could be headed to trial. 69-year-old Buster Robbins is accused of abducting and killing Beverly Wivel while she was sleeping in her car after dropping her son off at school. This happened nearly 36 years ago in Canton Township. The case is headed back to district court. That's where it will be determined if there is enough evidence for a trial. A Detroit man faces charges in a double shooting in Dearborn Heights. 48-year-old Ashante McAfee is accused of shooting a 39-year-old woman and a 41-year-old man. Prosecutors say McAfee entered his ex-girlfriend's home Sunday morning and opened fire. He was arrested later that day. Both victims are expected to survive. McAfee faces several charges, including assault, home invasion, and domestic violence.
3 years ago today, a devastating EF3 tornado ripped through the town of Gaylord. The tornado killed 2 people, making it the deadliest tornado in Michigan since 1980. 40 people were also hurt in the storm. As recovery efforts continue to this day, the city is now dealing with the effects of a devastating ice storm that wiped out tens of thousands of trees across the region. And officials in Frankenmouth are keeping a close eye on the Cass River after discovering a diesel fuel spill. The city's fire chief says it stretched downriver for about half a mile. The fuel was coming from 2 stormwater drains nearby that empty into the river. They've already put booms in place to contain the fuel, and Eagle officials are expected to meet with local leaders on Monday to discuss next steps. President Trump says his Golden Dome missile defense project will be complete by the end of his term.
The Golden Dome looks to use a network of satellites to detect and potentially intercept incoming missiles. It's a similar system to Israel's Iron Dome, which has been used heavily during its war with Hamas. The president says $25 billion will be allocated from his proposed spending cut and tax bill to help to fund the defense project. He estimates it will cost about $175 billion in total to construct. The president's cost and time estimates, though, run contrary to some given by other military officials, with some saying creating the defense system may be possible in more like 7 to 10 years. Trump's cost and time estimates run contrary, as I just said, to some others in the military.
Well, the unofficial start to summer is right around the corner, as I'm sure you know, and millions travel every year to take part in cookouts and get-togethers for Memorial Day. AAA predicting more than 45 million people to hit the roads and travel at least 50 miles from their home. Airports also expect to be very busy as well, as you might expect, with 3.6 million passengers expected to take to the skies. And that would surpass pre-pandemic levels. Experts also say cruises are booming right now in popularity for the holiday. The most popular domestic destination is Alaska. A Detroit 7th grader was honored tonight because he found a gun near his school and he did the right thing.
Yeah, this all happened when Carter O.B. Hawkins was walking to school at Detroit Service Learning Academy. When he got close to the campus, he looked down and he saw a loaded .40 caliber handgun laying on the ground. The 7th grader didn't panic, though. Without hesitation, he went to school security to alert them of what he found. The boy says he knew he had to do something to protect his school.
Kids aren't supposed to see guns at all. Not supposed to touch them. And if you're a parent out there, I just want to say keep your kid away from guns.
It's a smart young man. School officials say this shows the importance of teaching gun safety to kids and why, if you see something wrong, you should always say something.
Yeah, what a brave guy. All right, get a check outside right now. It's once again a cool night out there, and there are some rain showers moving through some communities as well.
Kim Adams is here tonight. Kim, this rain and cold looks like it's going to be here for a while.
I know it's got a lot of people down, especially with allergies and everything else. It's not going to do much to wash away the pollen. We've got heavier showers in the northeast corner of Oakland County through parts of Macomb County. So we'll go in a bit closer here. We'll focus first on Oakland County. Heavy rain in Oxford, Lake Orion, Auburn Hills, Rochester Hills, and then we'll head over into parts of Macomb County, Mount Clemens, Chesterfield, Sterling Heights, anywhere you see the yellow there indicating a little bit heavier rain. I do have lightning detector on, and right now not picking up any lightning at all, but I'm sure you've noticed it is a cold rain around Metro Detroit. We didn't even crack 60 degrees in most places today. today, and already down to the upper 40s out at Metro Airport, 48 in Pontiac, 50 now in Mount Clemens, and 51 at City Airport. We also will check really quickly here on the wind gusts because it was a little breezy earlier, and still we've got some winds up to about 23 miles per hour out at the airport. We'll talk about the Memorial Day forecast, plus when we'll get out of these 50s and finally get back to normal again. We'll do that in a few minutes.